Hello everyone, welcome to my online channel. I'm going to continue the course of the problem cracking the problem solving techniques and cracking the coding interviews. So this is my channel. This is my channel which is Lavakumar Thoughts, and here I'm going to teach the problem solving techniques to crack the coding interviews. I created one playlist. So generally, for all the computer science graduates, the problem solving technique is must to crack the any kind of interviews. So generally, people are facing the difficulty while solving the problems. So I want to introduce a course. So in this course, I'm going to explain the all the problems from basics to advanced. I divided all the sub problems into the levels. So I'll explain each and every problem based on the levels. So in the introductory video, I'll explain the introduction, what I'm going to cover, what I'm going to teach, everything. And also I teach the one problem in the introduction in the introductory video, which is the two sum. So now I'm teaching the third tutorial and also second tutorial, which is the reverse of integer, which is already there in playlist. You can refer the playlist. I'll give the link in the description. So let's dive into the problem statement. So the problem is palindrome integer. This is the level 1 problem, which is a basic problem, I can say. Okay. Yeah, let's slide. So let's yeah palindrome integer, and first we understand the problem statement. Then we can know how to approach the problem. First, given an integer and the output should be expecting is boolean, whether the true or false. Assume like we know the definition of the palindrome means when we read the palindrome should be same when we're reading from the backward or forward. Here the generally let's see some other examples like out the input and also expected outputs so that we can understand more. So here are some of the examples we need to take care while developing the code. So here the example, the input is 121. If you read in the backward also it is 121. So output is true. The input is 123. The backward is 321. The output is false. The input is minus 122. The output is 221. If there is minus 121 also, it should be false because the reverse will become 121 minus. So here we can say that negatives should not be accepted. Here the input is 120, the output is 0 to 1, which is also the false. So how we can approach the solution? First thing is how to handle with the. So let's talk about some of the constraints uh, we need to take care of while doing the problem. First thing is how to handle negative numbers. Like we say like minus 121 or minus 122, everything will be written as false. So that constraint we need to add. And second thing is how to do without converting into string. Generally when someone asks the palindrome means the persons may think of like, okay, I'll give the input as integer and I'll convert string and I'll do the reverse operation, and again I'll check the both the strings. If it is equal, I'll return in this. I'll return. So this is the very basic thing anyone can think. So now I want without converting the particular integer to string and then checking the reverse of blah blah blah. So I want to check the palindrome without in the integer itself. And third one is how to handle zeros. Take this point, you came to know while developing the code how the importance of zero here is. Okay, let's code the problem. So these are the two problems I already explained in my videos. It is already in the playlist, you can refer those. So now I'm creating the third Java class. I make it as is palindrome. Okay, I'll quickly create the main function. Okay. So now I want to create the function which is the return type must be the boolean. So public static boolean, which is the return type, and let's make it as the function name as is palindrome, and I'm expecting the argument as integer value return. By default I am returning the false. So here I'm calling this function is palindrome. Here for timing I'm here in the parameters itself I'm passing the value. You can use you can use scanner functions also if you want to keep the input from console itself. Okay. Now one, like for example I'm making as 1 to 1, which is the valid one. Okay, sorry, accept the integer. Yeah, which is the 1 to 1, which is the valid one. So the expected value should be the true. So now I'm saying without using the string, you have to perform this operation. Generally, what people will do is first the 121 will be converted to string, and then after that one make a temporary string variable, and reverse the 121 reverse, and then comparing the both strings and returning values. This is what generally people will do, but I'm saying don't use the string values. Try to work around here the problem by using the integer itself. In the previous tutorial I gave some hint. Use this I use this logic, the reversing of integer. It sounds familiar, right? Reversing of integer and the palindrome, the backward must be the same. So now let's use this program itself. Here I'm giving a num. Okay. By using this one, in the value itself, the value should be the return. The value should be the reverse. So here we can simply return if num equals to value. We can simply return if num equals to value. It will get the boolean. It will return the boolean. Well, no, okay. Okay, one thing I think it will throw the error because it's a long. For timing I'm making it as integer. No. Okay, 1 second, let's debug. Okay, what is the issue? Here integer is num, which will get 121, and here num percentage 10, which is a 1. 1 here, yeah, 112 by 10. So here it finally will get the 121 as well. Let's debug this one. So I'm also developing now. So let's debug what is the actual issue over there. Oh shit. No, okay. Now I understand what the issue is. Sorry. We are decrementing the num over here. So at the end, the num value will be stored as the 0. Because of this reason, we are getting the value as because when 0 equals to 121, we are getting the value as false. We're getting the false value. So what we can do is like create some temporary variable to store the num. Like check with temp equals to existing value. Let's wait for the output to be displayed. Yeah, finally we got the true. Now we can add the conditions over there. What is the first constraint is value should not be negative, right? If value is negative, here what we discuss is if value is negative, we should return false. So now we can add the now we can add the condition in the top level itself. We can add the condition if num if num is less than 0, which can say is a negative, simply I'm returning the false, which is the one possible scenario. And and here I mentioned the importance of zeros, right? So if my statement is string, if my statement is 100, my statement is 110, like 110, now the expecting the value is obviously false, because the opposite is 0 0 1 1. But it will go, it will go to the while loop, and it will to do the two iterations. Can't we can't we make it more like we can reduce the time complexity, right? The one of the most important cracking the coding interviews is to reduce the time complexity. So one thing we can do is, at the end, zero should not be there. If zeros is there, then definitely it's not a palindrome. So we can simply return the false without even the checking, without even doing this condition itself. So we can add one more if statement, like one more or condition, or num. So how can we get the how can we get if the end the value is 0 or not? We can simply use num percentage 10. If num percentage 10 is not equals to 0, then only, then here itself we are returning the false. We are not even going here also. So if you run the program, it is quite fast when compared to the previous one. It like milliseconds fast when compared to the previous one, which where we didn't give this condition. So this is the one of the quite good coding practice to to use the conditions to minimize the time complexity. And one more thing we need to handle is yeah, let's go and check, like okay, this is true, this is true, this is true, this is true. So I think everything we can handle I think we handled everything. What else we left? Mm, okay. Mm, okay, okay, what about this one? What is expected? False, because 1021 is 120 is false, right? So it's false. So any yeah, any conditions, like any conditions we can have, we need to add, like guess for a while. Meanwhile, I'll check the conditions, what we can add over there. Yeah, here we can add one more condition is like num, here we can add one. Yeah, num should not be equals to 0. If num is equals to 0, then we can return true, because the 0 itself, 0 is palindrome, right? So num should not be equals to 0. This is one more check we can add, we can add here. Yeah. Okay. Okay. What else we can add? I think we'll cover. I think we covered every scenario. Like there is some more. I think there is some corner cases are there we are missing. Like check one. Yeah, I think we handled everything. Let's try with some more examples. Like try with some random things. Oh shit. Okay, here we are getting the false value. Why we are getting the false? So I think this is the palindrome, right? We have to get the true value. So let's debug why we are getting the false over there. Sorry, here there is the or condition. Sorry, it's my mistake. And no, not equals to. I did the wrong thing here. The num percentage should be equals to 0. Then only we have to return the false. Then we can rerun. Yeah, now we got the number. By this way, we can do the by using the reverse condition. We can check here and we can check the predefined preceding conditions and also the post conditions here. So I think by this way we can complete the program is palindrome function. Yes, friends, that's it for this today's tutorial. I think you know the palindrome, how you can do the palindrome without using the string function. So if you really like the video, please subscribe and please thumbs up, and also please refer to the friends so they can also learn and also crack the all the kind of coding interviews. So in the next tutorial, I'll deal with the some new kind of concept called Roman integers, like Roman numbers, how to convert Roman numbers to integers. So I'll explain in the next tutorial. If you really like the video, please subscribe and that's it. Thank you, friends.